Hello everybody and welcome back to the Chill Zone. We just finished a very difficult 4.5-ish front war against Mara and Yemen and Shamar and Mamluks and Habyo. We were almost losing it, but the Mamluks were in a war with the Ottomans and losing that pretty hard, so they didn't want to continue. So we were able to make some pretty significant gains. We grabbed a lot of land over in Yemen. We also grabbed this little island over here. I was pretty sure we actually grabbed Habyo, but we don't seem to have. We have a truce with them until 1511, so another 6 years. We should probably go ahead and build a spy network there. And just make sure that we have claims down here for when we want to go to war with them. It's starting to get a little spooky to expand up this way, so we won't be doing that. Let's go ahead and take a day. There we go. We have a rebel uprising coming. That's going to be fun. We also have a very large financial problem. We went into pretty heavy debt in order to win that war, and we're paying for it now. We're paying a lot of money. We should use some of this money to go ahead and repay our loans so that we're losing less money a month, but that made us lose more money a month. We'll go ahead and lower our army maintenance for now, as well as our fleet maintenance. There we go. Our fleet is here. We'll mothball these guys, just to make sure we're not paying money on that. We will also mothball this fort. We're now just barely losing money. And let's go ahead and root out slightly less corruption. There we go. Our corruption will be increasing for now, but that's okay. We need to core these provinces and get our overextension under control. That's going to be the biggest thing for right now. We also have some disloyal estates, and our nobility wants some land. So let's go ahead and shop around for some land for them. What is this? Incense? That's cool. I didn't realize that those gave incense. Excellent. Let's see. That's some nobility land that they already have. Here's some nobility land. There we go. Nobility is now less grumpy. We do have exiled armies up here. That'll sort itself out. Our corruption is growing, and we have subjects with high liberty desire. We are still annexing Makuria. This will finish eventually. It's currently using 3 a month, so it'll actually finish in a little under a year. So that's good. We did kind of beat the Mamluks in that war, but mostly it was a draw. We lost various CBs against Yemen. That's because we took all their stuff. We are making money, but at what cost? We need to get this debt under control. This is going to be a big issue. We also have significant inflation from it all. Inflation is going up, and we currently have 10% inflation. Okay, let's go ahead and get our troops down here. Merge these guys together. There we go. Go ahead and actually split off one of these units and move them over to this army, so that way we have a full army over here. We can't afford to have anybody drilling right now. We absolutely need to be making as much money as we can. Which does mean that perhaps we want to turn down our colonial maintenance. Probably not, though. We want that to be proceeding as rapidly as possible. These rebel uprisings are going to be a problem. Dawaro with 9.7 unrest there. Where is Dawaro? Dawaro is there. Okay. We cannot increase autonomy. What we can do is move troops down this way to be able to intercept. With our maintenance down, though, that's not going to be very useful. We'll go ahead and increase maintenance for now. That does put us in the red, but we need to crush this rebellion, and then we can put it back down. We do have Shia zealots, mostly from Shendi, which is here. We can go ahead and not increase economy. New state emerges in the Sudan. So Funge just showed up here. For quite some time, we have ignored the Sudanese land where the last of the old Nubian Christian kingdoms maintained their pitiful remnants, but such neglect is no longer possible. A vibrant new state called Senar has been formed by southern migrants called the Funge, who came in and conquered these remnants and have made a large new state that extends to our borders. Why do we care who owns these wastelands? They get claims on all of our territory. They're pretty weak. We're probably going to go take them. We can go ahead and... Do they accept vassalization anytime soon? No, because we own their core provinces. We're going to have to fight them. So we'll go ahead and build a spy network over there. In fact, we should fight them sooner rather than later, since they don't currently have any allies. They may get some over this way, but hopefully not. We do want this to pop very, very soon. Dewaro and Shua. Shua's here. Dewaro's here. We should go ahead and move here into Arcee so that we can respond to either. And our corruption is growing. We're going to not root out corruption at all right now, just to save as much money as we can. A strange man has come onto our shores, but not by the Red Sea route by which foreigners usually travel to us. He claims he's part of a voyage from beyond the Cape, a voyage that, to our knowledge, has never been attempted before. He brings greetings from fellow Christian monarchs, so his prayer is unlike that which we have seen before. How should we treat this man? We can honor him, gain 5 prestige, more visitors will come from Portugal. That's a little scary. We can banish him and gain 5 legitimacy, or we can execute him, and Portugal gains a CB on us. Yeah, let's not make Portugal too angry. Although we don't really want them to show up. Go away. Let's banish him. We'll gain the 5 legitimacy. We won't lose anything from that. And there we go. Mercuria is annexed. Integration is, in fact, a slow process. We'll go ahead and move these guys down here. Basically free troops. And we can make a state here. We'll go ahead and do that. We fulfilled a mission. Which mission did we fulfill? We conquered Kasir Ibrahim. Though it remains the primary center of devotion for the Nubian Copts, the Cathedral of Kasir Ibrahim is a shadow of its former self since the decline of the states in the area. We must conquer Kasir Ibrahim and re-establish the honor of the Coptic community in Nubia. Excellent. So we gain some prestige and local missionary strength. Sweet. Sounds good. Liberating Cairo will be nice. Looks like the Ottomans didn't actually take too much up here. They freed Lebanon. But Kara Koyunlu is actually kind of blocking them here. That's going to be interesting. That's probably good for us. Mamluks took some solid losses. They still hold Jerusalem, though, I believe. Jerusalem is over here. Let's see. Here-ish? That's Damascus. Over here-ish. So, we're mostly just waiting for these rebels to pop at this point, as well as our spy networks to build up. We renewed a bunch of loans. That's going to hurt our inflation significantly. So, you know, that's fun. But this is why we are in the chill zone. We do want to fight Funge, and we want to do it very, very soon to prevent us from losing too much money. We can fight them without having too much else going on, which is nice. What military tech do they start at? 6? They're fetishist? Okay. Once we crush these rebels, we'll probably go after them immediately. I don't know if we can actually fabricate on Hobyo yet. We actually can. That's good. Royal marriage offer from Medjugorje. We should do that. Excellent. Would they accept vassalization? No, but they're close. Probably once we annex a few more of these. Orsangali is actually getting pretty close to being willing to help us. Beja is as well. Mostly we just need to rebuild our army. But to do that, we need to rebuild our economy. A huge part of that is going to be getting our war exhaustion down. That is going to be very, very useful indeed, at least in getting rid of our unrest. And this is still 1.5 years out. Let's go ahead and lower our maintenance back down. until this hits 90%. And it hit 90%. Well, that was useful. Waste of time. We're also taking attrition here. That's unfortunate. Can we get there from Hadia? Maybe? Yes, we can get there from Hadia. So we'll walk into Hadia so we're not taking this attrition. That'll save us some money. An extra tax. It would be an understatement to say our economy is performing poorly. Ya don't say. In fact, some people would say this is a disaster. Ya don't say. While we struggle to make ends meet, our subjects, of all people, are doing more than well. Perhaps we're not taxing them enough. We could tax Beja. 30 ducats. I don't think we need it. 30 ducats for 15 liberty desire is not very useful. We'll avoid that. So these guys are at 90%. Ethiopian noble rebels. There they go. We'll go ahead and march these guys up here. They don't currently have a leader. We'll give them this guy. There we go. This is a more costly fight than I had hoped. But we won. We're gonna take out another loan. Honestly, at this point, I feel like we are best off going the long-term consolidation of our loans route. Debasing our currency. It's gonna suck. This is going to suck. But I feel like we have to do it. We're paying so much interest. We would still be losing money currently. Huge amount of that is that we are reinforcing. Let's go ahead and do this a couple of times. We don't want to go too high up on corruption. We can repay a couple of loans. Let's do it twice more. Like that. So that now we have fewer loans. And we would theoretically be making a little bit of money. We can start paying this off by rooting out corruption. For right now, it's going to really hurt, particularly our power costs. But I feel like it's probably our best option for getting our economy back on track. Let's go ahead and... Who's Funge allied with? Mamluks. Of course they are. Would Mamluks help? Mamluks would not help. Because they're really far in debt. Wow. Okay. Let's go ahead and fabricate this. We will fabricate on this province. Tick that. We now have a CB. Mamluks would not come in. They have negative 20 reasons to come in. Medjugorje wouldn't either, but we shouldn't need them. So we'll go ahead and do that. Tick one day. Mamluks did not come in. Oh. Whew. That would have been rough if Mamluks had come in. Okay, we're going to go ahead and march in. We need to wrap this war up very, 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 very quickly and just take what we can. Because we just need to steal gold from people at this point in order to try to pay our debts. We'll take this. These guys are marching into here. We will see if we can cut them off. Looks like they're splitting up to try to do a bit of blanket sieging, but this isn't going to work for them. He is marching into Kosti. He's going completely the wrong direction, for sure. 100%. We'll march these guys in here to intercept this 1 stack. Hopefully the 5 stack actually makes it out. We could check, but that sounds like work. The 4 stack did make it out. They are marching into Sennar. We actually cannot catch them, but they are now locked in, and we can catch them in Sennar. And so we shall. And there goes their 1k stack. We're going to get a little bit of exploration in the Terra Incognita up here. And there we go. Their army is eliminated. Stack wiped. We'll go ahead and drop these guys on Tagali. In fact, we're not going to drop all of them. We're just going to shift consolidate. Drop this. And this. There we go. This is a level 1 fort, so that will be more than enough. These guys can just chill. recover from their battle and not cost us money. While these guys go and do the hard work over here. And actually, we just hit some rebels somewhere up here. So these guys are going to have to come deal with that, unfortunately. Realistically, I feel like these guys should come with. We go meet in a den. We need to deal with these rebels quickly, and I'm afraid a 10.5k stack won't be able to deal with this. They don't have a leader. They do have 3 units of cavalry. 10 years of separatism there. That's going to suck, but it's not the worst. They have a 2k stack coming in there. 3k stack. Those have to be mercs. Okay, we cannot actually go there, so they don't have anything there. We will go ahead and drop a 1k stack here to siege this down, and then we will see about chasing these guys. I think this is a slightly straighter shot. We may be able to catch them this way. And these guys are going to deal with our rebels. In Search of the Soul. A few religious conversions here, and by conversions, of course, I mean conversations, some impressive arguments about morality of man there, and one of our most learned noblemen has decided to take up a monastic life. We could use that passion in some of his provinces, plus 1% missionary strength. How are we doing on our... Yeah, we actually could use that. That would be nice. We could employ him as a missionary, as an inquisitor, in fact, as one of our advisors. We absolutely don't have the money for that. Or we could gain some prestige. We're basically at the prestige cap. So let's go ahead and take the missionary strength. There we go. Truce with the Mamluks is over. They could declare war on us. They probably won't, considering they didn't want to help their ally here. There we go. We can go ahead and wrap this war up. We could full annex them. Nobody would care. We probably should full annex them. Take all their money. That'll allow us to pay off a debt. So this is a good idea. We are running a bit low on admin power, but this is probably for the best. We'll drop these guys in Costi. There we go. Funge is now officially ours. These are Funge separatists now, since we didn't wipe them. We'll go ahead and do all of this. Our overextension is getting absurd. We can select a naval doctrine. Minus 15% maintenance. Cost us 90 ducks. We will delay this. Would much rather pay off a loan if we can pull it off. Which we currently can't. We could debase our currency once more, which we shall do. Go ahead and pay off one more loan. Actually, we could pay off another. There we go. We're now paying much less in interest. Our heir died. We have a really solid heir. That's good. Separatists are taking stuff over here. Yep. Overextension is going down. This is good. And we can make a state, and so we shall. And make that into a core. We don't actually have the admin power to make another one. They are going to cap that. 10 years of separatism in Cassira Bream. And Funge gains a core on it. Okay, have fun with that, Funge. Okay, shift consolidate this. Pull out 1,000 troops, go there. These guys can walk into here. Make sure to bring your friends. You guys may as well, in fact, group... No. Select the... Never mind. A revolt in Kashin. Excellent. Just what we wanted. Just what we wanted. Walk these guys into here. Group that up. Once they're done with that, we'll move them down to be more centrally located. There we go. Group these guys together. We're not trying to find anything currently. There we go. And we need 5 more points to do that. Move these guys down to be centrally located. Our corruption is still growing, which is a bit unfortunate, but we're very, very close now. Hey look, another rebellion in Yemen. Excellent. And we have some Shia zealots that are thinking about popping too. They'll be popping in Shendi. We can just park these guys in Shendi, actually, and that will probably be enough to dissuade them. These guys can march over to Aden. Because of this fort, we're not actually going to be doing anything there. And they stopped our work on that core. That's nice of them. But we can go ahead and make that into a full core rather than a territorial. And we are very, very close now to being able to lower our army maintenance, which would be very handy. But we have a petition for redress. Peasants typically had no point. Yep, no point at all to peasants. Get out of here, peasants. We don't like peasants. They had no voice, but they could occasionally gain access to the monarchs and ask for redress. Sometimes these requests for redress would be directed at the local lord who was perceived to be violating the peasants' rights. Stepping in to override a noble's local authority was a very drastic step. We could lose prestige and the nobility get sad, or we could have 8 peasant regiments in Axum, and the nobility gets happy. Well, where's Axum? Axum is there. 8 peasant regiments. Let's just lose the prestige. We're very close to being prestige capped anyway. We do not want to be fighting any more rebels than we have to be. We are fighting a rather large amount of rebels as it is. And not fighting rebels would be better than fighting rebels. They're actually going to siege this. That's fine. We'll take this back. Allow our troops to replenish a bit. Mamluks are building a spy network in us. I guess they want Kasir Ibrim. We should probably think about befriending the Ottomans, maybe. Or somebody. We should think about befriending somebody. We have no real friends. Just forcible friends. Forced friends are best friends. That's how you know they're loyal. They're loyal because you force them to be your friend at the point of a sword. Hobyo, we can actually build a claim in. Fabricate a claim. We actually have range to build a claim anywhere here, but that's good enough. I would assume it's because of this that we took here. Okay, we can now lower our maintenance. We don't want to lower our army maintenance all the way because we do still want to reinforce. We want to lower it enough to where we're making a decent amount of money. Something like that. Our corruption is growing, primarily due to overextension and unbalanced research and religious unity, but mostly overextension. That will be going away. Our overextension is going down quite quickly. So very soon now, our corruption will actually start to go down. Well, not fully down, but we'll have to pay it down a bit. Something like about a ducat a month worth. Something like that. Yeah, now it'll go down when our overextension does. So that will no longer be growing. We're making money as long as our maintenance is down. We should drop our fleet maintenance just to be a little bit more safe on that. We can also not maintain this fort. We shouldn't have been maintaining that the whole time, but it did actually come in useful with these rebels here. So there is that. We should also be considering annexing a new vassal. Perhaps a good target for that might be Warsangali. These guys. They're not particularly happy with us right now, but we can go ahead and improve relations there. That should probably get us high enough. Yeah, we should be able to annex them just from that. They are Sunni, so that's going to be a bit obnoxious. But it should all be good. Well, even in the chill zone, we did actually fight a war, and we're preparing to fight more wars. We can make this state, which we should do. It'll eventually make us money. Medri Bari has embraced the Renaissance. How are we doing? That's the Imperial map mode. We are looking for institution growth. We can just hop into here. We are actually doing okay on Renaissance spread. It's coming in slowly but surely. pretty soon we'll be able to embrace Renaissance. That'll be very handy. Colonialism, we don't even see any of that. So that's going to be exciting. Renaissance spawned in Genoa. Colonialism in Asturias. That's interesting. We do have feudalism. Okay. Go ahead and make some of these into permanent cores. We can do that next month, which is now. So there we go. We do have the clergy demanding a province. Let's see if we can find some cows to give them. Here's a cow. Have a cow, clergy. Clergy love cows. For some reason. Well, there's our period of consolidation. We seem to be in a reasonably good position now. We took a pretty sizable territory chunk there. We're making money. Paid off some of our loans. Our corruption is almost going down. Once we finish off a couple more of these cores here, it will be going down. And then we can start rebuilding our army. However, I think I am going to put a cut in here now that our advisor died and people are laughing at our army. So let's go ahead and handle this first. Although the decision to go for a massed army makes sense to many inside our country, uncouth foreigners are laughing at us, saying our army is nothing but an undisciplined mob. Let them laugh. We lose some prestige. We are very, very close to maxing out quantity ideas, which we will be doing since we're 9 years ahead of time. We'll almost certainly be grabbing this. Maybe this, maybe not. But anyway, that is something for the next episode. Until then, I will see you all later.